So maybe if we look at the hydrogen and especially the green hydrogen industry, looking back at several last years, I would say, very attractive growth rates. And if you look at the next few years, I think the consensus projections are very positive as well, I would think. But we're all aware that I think in the last couple of years, in terms of green hydrogen investment, we've seen a bit of a lull. We're all aware of that. But we're also very much convinced that the underlying fundamentals are here to stay. So we think despite these reduced investments now, which, I mean, there's a reason. One is the cost of hydrogen. I think that's one thing that people are waking up to, that there is a cost to green hydrogen. But on the other hand, it's also the lack of regulations, or maybe just the uncertainty of the regulations, which is hampering investment right now. But we truly believe that in the future, I mean, a lot of good future for the green hydrogen.
Exactly. Yeah, also from my side, good afternoon to everybody. I'm excited to be here in this webinar. Would like to echo your statements, Michael. Yeah, the market situation is not an easy one currently for the hydrogen business. I would call it rather a sobering in the market. We have to think about how it all started with a big hype in 2020, 2021. And then we had this unfortunate war of Russia in the Ukraine that caused quite a lot of supply chain disruptions, cost increases, and also an increase of the inflation. And the Federal Reserve banks had to react, and all of this caused a lot of trouble, increased the cost of the investments. In addition, we have relatively complex value chains. So coming from production, distribution, and then also the offtake. And all of this needs to be organized so that we see quite a lot of delays in FIDs of these renewable and clean energy projects. In addition, we have a shift of the focus of the politics. And unfortunately, and also with some uncertainty now currently, as we also see in the US with the IRA. However, all these conditions, I think that the overall rationale of decarbonizing the industry and also the societies is still very well intact. And it's actually more urgent than ever. Because we see more and more severe weather events and with increasing damage. I think Munich Re has reported some 250 billion of damages in 2023, and this number is only increasing. So we need to act. And just because of this need, I'm really, really confident that we will do these investments. There is a question how fast we can do this. But it is an overall trend, and it's a stable trend, and it's a long-term trend. And it will overcome these hurdles, and I'm confident that we will move and we'll see further growth.
Yeah, I mean, I fully agree. I think it's in a way I view it as a reality check. So I think there was maybe a lot of overestimating and maybe some hyping up of the demand. So I think it's also a healthy exercise to rethink of it, take a step back. And then we can really differentiate between those investments that are truly viable and those who are maybe not. So I think it's always healthy to take a step back and have a reality check. But I think we're in agreement. And I guess also the projections are that green hydrogen has a very bright future and a critical role to play in the energy equation.